I have to like examine the relationship between stories and their identity. Now, I have this person named Callie, who I'm going to be talking to. So hi Callie, what's up? I'm outside. Callie, what you said about the relationship between stories and their identity was that you learn from your own experiences, and each experience is like a story. Each experience is like a story. Now these experiences shape your identity as a whole. Now, I agree with this. In Catcher in the Rye, Holden was having a nice dream, and then he woke up and someone was petting his head, and he realized that it was his old teacher. He was like, what are you doing to me? And he was scared because he had past experiences with perverts before, and he's like, I gotta get out of here. I didn't know this guy was a pervert. There's so many perverts. Why are there so many perverts? He had already experienced the bad experiences, and he knew what to do and where to go whenever it happened. So at first thought, it was like a normal reaction for him. He was like, oh, pervert, gotta go, bye, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and I don't want you to abuse me anymore. Because those stories or experiences that he had in the past has shaped his identity. So this example of Holden having many stories about perverts that shaped him as a person really is the essential question. In The Corner of the Eye, they really touched on this the best. It really talked about how whenever you're looking forward, you only get one view, because it's the things that you see out of the corner of your eyes that could change your opinion on everything. Now that sounded really confusing. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. But think of it this way. Yesterday I was watching the news. Yeah, I know, watching the news, who does that? They were talking about how these people on Brook Street are all like a terrible neighbor, and how they all commit crimes. And you know what? I don't know any better because I've never been at that street before. And I believe them. So now whenever people talk to me about Brook Street, I'll be like, oh yeah, those people are all criminals, I hate them. But you know what? Maybe if I got to know them, they wouldn't actually be that bad. Maybe it was just a false report, because one person might have saw someone robbing a house, and they would automatically draw on the single story that they're all criminals. Because you only have one viewpoint of a situation that happened on Brook Street does not mean that that's true. That's why you need to get multiple experiences in order to shape one's identity. So, Callie, I do agree with you. Experiences do shape your identity. Just like in Catcher in the Rye, Holden, he is so afraid of the adult world because all the adults in his life have screwed him over. I mean, he just wants someone to talk to. Maybe if he would have had better experiences in his life, he would not have gone to the psychoanalysis. See what I did there? Because that's what Abby did. Anyway, maybe he wouldn't have gone to the psychoanalysis because adults would actually listen to him. And because adults would listen to him, he would have had a high self-esteem. And because he would have had high self-esteem, he'd be a happy person, and his identity would have been upbeat. But you know what? His stories, his experiences shaped him, and he is a pretty pessimistic person. So thank you, Callie, for enlightening me. Wait, what is that sound? What